triple threat contest, sponsored by WrestleRave, is your main event of the evening, and it is for the WrestleRave Deathmatch Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live for the Hot Pro Wrestling Anarchy main event, and a man who is very privy to the Hot Pro Wrestling Anarchy crowd and come and take it live, Sky de Lacrimosa, has hit the ring.
That's enough to make it real for me. Oh, that's fucking me.
A man with a load of charisma and a lot of scars to showcase the battles he has undergone in the professional wrestling ring. Deathmatch Major himself, Hoodfoot, is in the building.
Hoodfoot, without a doubt, one of the craziest competitors on the deathmatch scene today. He has faced legends and beaten them all. Now he's facing some of the best in Texas deathmatch wrestling. Can Hoodfoot walk away with the WrestleRave Deathmatch title?
A man who you and I are very familiar with, James Southard, a man who many belovedly refer to as Deathmatch Jesus, the hardcore messiah himself, Dmitry Alexandrov, is here. And if you look at the piece of gold in his left hand, you will see what he proudly proclaims to be. He is the WrestleRave Deathmatch Champion.
A title he is very proud of, and I'll give him credit. Deathmatch Jesus, perhaps a rather apt title. I can see the resemblance.
Introducing the competitors. First challenger number 1. He hails from Weeping Mary, Texas. He is the Texas Chainsaw, Sky de Lacrimosa. Introducing challenger number 2. He hails from Chicago, Illinois. He is the MidwestTerritory.com champion. He's the 2022 Battle of the Tough Guys tournament winner. He is the Saucy Butcher, Hoodfoot, Maurice Atlas. And finally, he is the reigning, defending WrestleRave Deathmatch champion. He is the Saint of St. Petersburg, the sworn enemy to all bears everywhere, and Vladimir Putin's least favorite wrestler. This is Deathmatch Jesus, Dmitry Alexandrov.
The energy is palpable here tonight at Come and Take It Live as Dmitry Alexandrov, Sky de Lacrimosa, and Hoodfoot set to battle for the WrestleRave Deathmatch Championship. This matchup is, of course, sponsored by our friends and pals at WrestleRave. And James, this one is going to be one to watch out for.
It takes a special kind of human being to get in the ring with any of these men. Let alone you put all three. What's Sky going for?
Sky de Lacrimosa? What is that in his hand?
Is that a fork? He's already got a fork out, and the bell just rang. And Hoodfoot's got a knife.
This is a battle of the cutlery here tonight.
We're a spoon short of having a full table set here.
Dinner very well may be served here. This three-way standstill and everyone, it's almost like a hostage negotiation right now, James. Creating some distance. Lacrimosa, though, trying to separate himself from Hoodfoot. All three of these men are utilizing their weapons early on in this matchup.
The big man, Hoodfoot Mo Atlas, he said, "No, sir, you're not pushing me away. I will shove a fork in your forehead and you're gonna like it."
Turn around, look at Alexandrov, the clothesline, proving exactly why he is the WrestleRave Deathmatch Champion. Now keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, this is a deathmatch triple threat contest. Only one man needs to be pinned. The man who makes the pinfall or submission wins the WrestleRave Deathmatch Championship.
Alexandrov better not turn his back on Hoodfoot.
And a Hoodfoot connects with the garbage can lid.
Talk about taking out the trash walker.
Trash been taken out indeed. Lacrimosa and Alexandrov. Those are two men who have a long-standing history, best of friends, bitter of enemies, but at the end of the day, they are definitely fighting competitors.
But remember, at the end of the day, friends or not, it's a triple threat. Honestly, that might be these two's best idea. Team up, get Hoodfoot out of the way, keep Mo Atlas far, far away, and then you can do battle amongst yourselves. But Hoodfoot is quite possibly the biggest threat in this contest, but not if things like that keep happening.
While Sky de Lacrimosa and, of course, Dmitry Alexandrov well first in deathmatch competition, Hoodfoot has made a long-standing career off of the deathmatch. This is a man with a high level of pain tolerance. It's been showcased all across the world, whether at KOBK in Tennessee, whether at GCW all across the country. Hoodfoot has been doing the thing.
And I think that's the most apt description for Hoodfoot. Kill or be killed. That is what happens every time Hoodfoot Mo Atlas steps into a ring. He is either going to kill you or he's gonna die trying. You hear Alexandrov there screaming in pain from that barbed wire bat.
I've heard many men face off against Hoodfoot make absolutely inhuman sounds, and Hoodfoot has been dazed, stunned, and everything in between.
But
from
he's
that
still
shot.
vertical, though, Walker.
And I can't understand, I can't explain how these shots from Sky de Lacrimosa, both men going back and forth. This matchup could go all around. Come and take it live. Oh, shot with the cookie sheet to Hoodfoot.
But he's still standing, having to take a seat finally. But think about how much damage to the head Hoodfoot has already taken before he even sits down.
Dmitry, what's he looking for here? You say he needs $1?
I don't carry cash.
We're taking cash bribes in this matchup now? Oh my God, is that a staple gun? What is going on here at Come and Take It Live?
I think it's payday time.
Sky de Lacrimosa has stapled a dollar bill into Dmitry Alexandrov's forehead.
So we've got $2 in this triple threat right now. Can we make it 3?
This is the most expensive matchup of the night. Sky de Lacrimosa might have gotten off scot-free within that one, but you know that the staple very well might have pierced just ever so slightly.
And Hoodfoot's not gonna let him get away that easy. Look here, Mo Atlas putting that dollar back.
Oh, the staple gun has been jammed, James.
This might be the best thing that could happen to Sky de Lacrimosa, but a few staples fired, and Hoodfoot is back in it, and that dollar bill is lodged on the head of Sky de Lacrimosa. I think Hoodfoot's still got a dollar on his head as well.
He does indeed, and James, I know we're sitting up here far away in the balcony, but the truth is, oh my God, into the cheek! James, I feel unsafe just being within spitting distance of this matchup. This is disturbing.
I was watching as Hoodfoot fired that stapler in the air. Some of those staples were almost reaching us right here in the rafters of Come and Take It Live. We are at the very top of this building, and yet Hoodfoot was just raining staples down upon us and on Sky de Lacrimosa. Now, what does he have in mind here, Walker?
Trying to turn himself into a human missile, taking out all of the competition.
Everyone is down in this contest. Come and Take It Live. Somebody might have to come and take all of these competitors home after this one.
Hoodfoot, we said it before, he has been perfecting his craft in the deathmatch variety across GCW and other notable deathmatch independent wrestling federations. And he has brought that skill here to Austin, Texas to face off against a man who considers himself one of the kings of the deathmatch in Dmitry Alexandrov.
Without a doubt, some of the best in the scene as a whole and some of the best in Texas coming together. Now a little drum solo there from Hoodfoot. He's feeling himself.
They say that everything is bigger in Texas, and that includes the destruction dealt out by Hoodfoot Mo Atlas.
Hoodfoot eating that trash can for himself. Dmitry Alexandrov, Vladimir Putin's least favorite wrestler, holding his own here tonight.
This is getting incredibly chaotic and spilling all across the Come and Take It Live arena here tonight. And who knows where this matchup could go, how much further. We have multiple levels, multiple stories to this building. We've already seen Chris Carter use some of it to his advantage. Oh, Atlas and Dmitry Alexandrov slugging it out here.
Hoodfoot with those heavy, heavy hands on Alexandrov. Now Sky de Lacrimosa has both men.
What could he be looking for here? Does he have the strength necessary?
Texas Chainsaw. Now it looks like Hoodfoot and Dmitry Alexandrov
An
together.
unholy alliance. Sky de Lacrimosa through the door.
And Hoodfoot too. Mo Atlas, he collapsed after that suplex. Perhaps it took everything out of him. Perhaps Dmitry Alexandrov has just that little bit more in the tank. He's still trying to retain that WrestleRave Deathmatch Championship, and he's fighting not only the best in Texas. Oh, what's he got?
James, I believe those are gusset plates in the hands of Dmitry Alexandrov.
Things are about to get a tad more extreme. I think Hoodfoot's trying to order a drink from the bartender here.
He's feeling a little bit thirsty. I can't blame him. He's going through the ringer right now. The gusset plate into the palm of Hoodfoot.
Now into Alexandrov's head right in front of the bar.
This is absolutely disgusting behavior. And a piece of the door driving that gusset plate even further into the skull.
Dmitry Alexandrov's head has got to be pounding with the impact of Hoodfoot. Finally got his beer. Looks like he's a Miller Lite guy. It's Miller time for Hoodfoot. It's also gusset plate time for Hoodfoot. Look at that plate just stuck in the skull of Hoodfoot.
Whether he's a Miller Lite guy, a Bud Light guy, things are getting heavy for Hoodfoot on the evening.
Alexandrov bleeding, Hoodfoot bleeding. We haven't seen Sky de la Cremosa in a minute. He might be the only one not bleeding in this contest.
And I'm sure that is going to be a short-lived
Oh,
scenario.
and Hoodfoot trying to find a bit of reprieve, climbing over the bar.
What is Hoodfoot doing here?
Save the Jack Daniels bottle, bartender. Make sure that gets out of the way.
Yeah, I'm sure you're going to be needing that for later, but nevertheless, Dmitry Alexandrov utilizing and introducing more plunder into the bar. We've seen barroom brawls before. I'm sure you've even been privy to them, James, but at the same time, Dmitry Alexandrov and Maurice Atlas, these two men have never done this and Come and Take It live before.
Normally, when somebody looks like Hoodfoot does right now, the fight is over. But it has just begun tonight at Come and Take It Live. There's blood all over this building. Hoodfoot's losing so much blood now, it's almost like a river down his body.
Dmitry Alexandrov, the first ever and current WrestleRave Deathmatch champion. He is looking to retain this championship for as long as possible to prove that he really is the greatest deathmatch wrestler in the world.
Of course, Alexandrov defeated Sawyer Wreck to claim that deathmatch title, becoming the first champion, and he's defended it valiantly, including here tonight at Hot Pro Wrestling Anarchy, as he takes on Sky de la Cremosa, who's seemingly been incapacitated, but Hoodfoot is still on that bar, and now so is Alexandrov.
Now this is becoming a very precarious situation here.
Not where you want to be if you are either men, Walker.
Wait,
hey,
what is Sky de la Cremosa?
He's not the bartender.
Serving up a couple brewskis, and they are bathed in the red viscous fluid flowing out of the skull of these competitors.
There's a little more than grenadine behind the bar at Come and Take It tonight. Blood is flowing. Dmitry Alexandrov and Hoodfoot are down. Sky de la Cremosa, the only man up. He's got to capitalize on this opportunity. He has created an opening that he has not had this entire match, and he's taking both men.
This very well may be the best opportunity Lacrimosa has had throughout the entirety of this contest to become WrestleRave Deathmatch champion. But I have to question his methodations here, bringing both competitors back into what I assume will be the squared circle. Mo Atlas and, of course, Dmitry Alexandrov back into the ring. This matchup can only end inside the four sides of the squared circle once again.
Where's the stapler at?
I didn't mention this is Alexandrov's first defense of this WrestleRave title. He's been fighting valiantly against both of these competitors. But you know he's got to feel that WrestleRave Deathmatch Championship slipping away from him as Hoodfoot, is just slugging away here in this deathmatch at Hot Pro Wrestling Anarchy.
Clothesline taking him down hard with the leg sweep included, making sure that he can get Hoodfoot all the way down to a lateral position. Headbutt there from Lacrimosa as if the blood wasn't flowing hard enough. He's got him up, he's looking to put him away. He's put many men away with this one, the cover, new champion, no!
Alexandrov finding the guts to just kick out to keep this championship alive, even for just a few more moments, though. Keep your eye on Hoodfoot.
Oh no!
Cremosa having none of it. Hoodfoot, normally the biggest man in contests like this. What does he have to think, Walker, going up against a man like Sky de la Cremosa?
He has to think that he is out of his element, but he's dropping Lacrimosa directly on the back of his skull. That's going to build your confidence up. That's going to make you think that you have what it takes to walk away deathmatch champion of WrestleRave.
Looks like Hoodfoot, he looks like he's doing some construction, a little shop class going on here at Come and Take It Live. Are those light tubes on top of that door?
This is starting to become, I know that this is a death match. It was advertised as a death match. It's an ultra-violent contest. But I did not come here to watch a life end tonight. Dmitry Alexandrov is in trouble.
He's literally fighting for his life against Hoodfoot.
Alexandrov, wait a minute, catching him is Hoodfoot, and down onto the light tubes, the cover. We have a new champion, no!
Alexandrov almost impaled by those tubes. You see the glass particles falling off of and out of Alexandrov's back. The blood is dripping all 3 minutes. Listen to the glass shattering, Walker.
Hoodfoot just attempted to recreate the crucifixion of Deathmatch Jesus. What a moment, but this matchup, it still rolls on here tonight. All 3 men still have an opportunity to walk out here tonight as WrestleRave Deathmatch champion. But I don't know if there's any man with more of an advantage than the other right now, James.
It's really a stalemate between all 3 competitors. They've all taken so much damage, and yet it rolls on. Just more light tubes being introduced here by Hoodfoot.
This is precarious. This is a situation Alexandrov doesn't want to be in. Dimitri now ducking underneath. Big boot there to Lacrimosa. Drop kick through the light tubes. And Hoodfoot is engaging. He's breathing in those noxious fumes. You can smell it up here, James.
There is a cloud encircling the ring here at Come and Take It Live.
He's going to be looking to put him away here. Emerald Flosion from the top. That's got to be it this match. No!
Sky de Lacrimosa not wanting his opportunity at that WrestleRave Deathmatch Championship to be taken away from him. There's shards of glass on that bat.
There's shards of glass on the back of Alexandrov.
Hoodfoot Mo Atlas feeling the pain of that bat too. You can see the particles embedded in Hoodfoot's back. This match is absolute chaos.
I'm disgusted, I am disturbed, and I am enthralled.
And now here's scissor bat. There are scissors zip tied to that baseball bat.
How does that pass inspection? How is this even legal?
This is anarchy, Stuart. This might be the first time all night I've agreed with these fans here at Come and Take It Live.
Lacrimosa, what is he calling for here? Directing something to our official, Killian Powers. All 3 men bruised, beaten, bloodied. But still, the bell has not sounded, and the WrestleRave Deathmatch Championship is still up for grabs. What is...
More light tubes being introduced by our official.
Well, usually our official is the man who likes to keep things in control.
But at Anarchy, there is no control. Lacrimosa not getting to his feet quick enough.
James, this is carnage. This is a travesty.
I have never before witnessed anything like this in my life.
Repeated headbutts, utilizing the light tubes. How much further can you go?
How many more light tubes do we have at Come and Take It Live?
Alexandrov trying to drive the skull of Hoodfoot. Is that the trash can?
Look at the shard of glass sticking out of Hoodfoot's head.
What is bucket? James, what are we?
What is Alexandrov doing here?
This is completely unprecedented. James, even official Killian Powers is saying, no, this is...
Those are needles. Alexandrov has needles.
Dmitry Alexandrov has invaded a wrestling locker room, and there are needles in this matchup.
Both men now having their hands stabbed to the mat with a needle by Alexandrov.
And oh my God!
And Hoodfoot just punched Lacrimosa with a needle in his hand.
Possibly doing more damage to his own fist than to the skull of Lacrimosa. This is...
Mo Atlas has to be one of the craziest human beings I have ever witnessed in my life. But Dmitry Alexandrov is still standing, so there is a damn good argument for him.
James, it's getting hard to breathe in here tonight. All of the light tubes which have been utilized. Think of how it feels to be under the bright lights in the middle of the squared circle.
And Hoodfoot, now with that needle.
What is he? James, who knows what could have been in that needle inside to the mouth of Alexandrov.
We already know that needle has been inside of Hoodfoot.
This man is eating glass.
Needles in both sides of Alexandrov's mouth. This is sick.
How much more can be done? How much more can Dmitry Alexandrov withstand? Oh, he's got him up and down with the brain buster. Highly vertical. Into the cover, Lacrimosa. In to save the day, going for the cover himself. 1, 2, and a kick out. Unlike any other we could have expected.
A moment of reprieve was all Dmitry Alexandrov needed. Hoodfoot Mo Atlas had been having his way with Alexandrov. Just a moment to breathe, and he was able to escape that pinfall. Now if Alexandrov wants to maintain that title, he's got to regain a vertical base.
And what is it that we see in the hands of Lacrimosa? Is this...
Is that chicken wire?
I believe that is chicken wire, James. I mean, anything could be under the term plunder when it comes to this matchup.
Sky de la Cremosa trying to turn this into a sort of an impromptu cage match.
Whereas there's no escaping over the top tonight. Lacrimosa's, wait a minute, Hoodfoot reverse directly into the chicken wire. Goes Lacrimosa.
And you see those barbs on the backside of the wire hanging on to Sky de la Cremosa. Hoodfoot's using it to hold on to de la Cremosa.
Mo Atlas is a sick, twisted man.
De la Cremosa crumbling in a heap. The amount of blood loss by all three of these individuals starting to play into this contest as we drag on in this triple threat for the WrestleRave Deathmatch Championship.
Back and forth consistently between both men. Hoodfoot's looking to walk away with a new piece of hardware, the WrestleRave Deathmatch Championship. Dmitry Alexandrov in his first defense, looking to represent WrestleRave.
I can't see if that piece of glass is still embedded in Hoodfoot's head, but I'm pretty sure I saw glass flying as Alexandrov kicked Mo Atlas in the head there.
I haven't seen glass stop flying since about 5-10 minutes ago, James.
What does Alexandrov have here? Setting up some chairs, and now, ladies and gentlemen, the doors.
Hoodfoot trying to ascend to the top rope. Dmitry Alexandrov, no. He's trying to look for that top rope Emerald Flosion. We saw him hit it earlier on, couldn't get the job done then.
Hoodfoot very smart, going to the eyes.
Alexandrov directly into the skull of Hoodfoot. Mo Atlas is in peril. Mo Atlas is in trouble. And the thumbtacks have come out to play.
The thumbtack serving as the opening act for the Doors tonight at Come and Take It Live. This might not be the kind of show Hoodfoot Mo Atlas wants to see.
I don't know if this is what anyone wants to see. Alexandrov, he's calling for it. Through the door, 3 doors down, the cover, and that's it. That's it. The WrestleRave Deathmatch Championship remains around the waist of the Russian bear fighter, Dmitry Alexandrov.
Here's your winner.
Vladimir Putin's least favorite wrestler, continuing to maintain his territory in hot pro wrestling. What a win and what a war that Dmitry Alexandrov just went through, not only through Sky de la Lacrimosa, but through Hoodfoot Mo Atlas, one of the best in the deathmatch scene today. You see Hoodfoot there still reaching out for that championship. He's not quite convinced the fight is over yet.
You want to prove yourself as a true deathmatch champion? You are going to go one-on-one with Hoodfoot.
Hoodfoot wants to talk to the people.
God damn. I heard Texas has some tough motherfuckers in it. But you two motherfuckers, y'all delivered. Y'all told me everything I need to know about this fucking violence. Remember, the intent to do bodily harm speaks great words. And you two spoke the most. Fuck yeah. I've known you for fucking too long. Before we stepped in the ring together. God damn it, man. Scott, we've only known each other once, and that was inside this ring. I need a rematch out you, man. Austin! I said Austin! Fucking Texas! I wanna hear you motherfuckers loud! I wanna hear y'all scream! There's a fucking ball! I want noise complaints in this bitch! Right now, what you're looking at in this ring is death personified! So if you want this shit again, let me fucking hear you. Austin, you've been a motherfucking time. Thank you. Excuse my language.
See, Hoodfoot's a fine, courteous gentleman, is one Mo Atlas. Don't let the visual fool you, Walker.
What a moment here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Hoodfoot, Dmitry Alexandrov, Sky de la Lacrimosa. This will not be the last time that we see these 3 men in in-ring competition. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for checking out this episode of Hot Pro Wrestling Anarchy on the Hot Pro Wrestling Network. For Diamond Jim James Southern, I'm the Velvet Voice Walker Stewart. And we will see y'all next time with more Hot Pro Wrestling Live on the Hot Pro Wrestling Network.
There's blood running down the streets of Austin, Walker.